Hello, everyone. Welcome in, guys. We are doing a reading today to see what messages you need to know during this super full moon in Gemini. We're going to take a look at what's most important for you. It's a general reading, so only take what resonates, leave the rest for someone else. Roles can always be reversed. And I'm going to make this one timeless. Whenever you find it, that's when you are meant to find it. Okay? All right. Also, if you need something more personalized, you got miatarot.com. Link is in the description box below. If you are watching this on December 4th, I am doing mini reads later on in the day. So jump in if you are wanting to get a personalized reading for yourself. All right. So without further ado, let's go into Aries. Aries, what is the message that you need to hear today? That's an ugly shuffle. What is a message that you need to hear today? If my voice is low or it seems different, it's because I'm trying to keep my voice down because it is very early in the morning and people are still sleeping. Oh. Aries, you guys are walking away from something that may have made you feel very, well, you're just walking away from something that's misaligned. It's not the right timing. It feels like the timing is not correct for the environment that you are wanting. And right now, what you're seeking is balance. You have the Temperance in the reverse, followed by the Six of Swords here. This is reflecting that need to walk away and move on to something much more calmer. And I feel like you guys are in the process of doing this. You have the Two of Pentacles here at the bottom of the deck, which is reflecting what you're moving towards. And you're walking away from something that it was a situation that you felt as though you were giving more than the other side. It just felt very one-sided, and it felt like it was going nowhere. You had that hanged man that's there, which is reflecting, kind of being stuck in that position and seeing things for what they are. Notice that on her head she has a rose. So I feel like during this full moon, those rose-colored glasses are going to be removed from you to where you are able to finally see things for what they are. Look, next was the Seven of Swords here, which is reflecting that deception. And also, once again, kind of piggybacking off of what I just said in relation to not being able to see things for what they truly are. You may have been through a period of not being able to see. And because of that, and one thing about Aries is we think fast, we talk fast, we move fast. So even though people will quickly say, oh, Aries are very impulsive, they don't think before they act. Aries are one of the biggest overthinkers. And so I do feel like because during this time you were not able to see the truth about a situation, it did leave you in a state of imbalance. For some of you, it maybe made you feel very agitated, very I mean, that's temper. That's a temper. That's someone who cannot, you feel like you have this thing, and maybe it feels like bad energy. You're having a hard time alchemizing it because that's what the temperance is all about. It's about alchemizing the energy. But Aries, it just seems like there was one point in time where you weren't able to do that. I do feel like during this time, you're truly getting the answers that you were searching for. And because of that, you're able to move forward to calmer waters. Give me more for Aries here. Come on. you have the Nine of Coins or the Nine of Pentacles here in the reverse, followed by the Nine of Swords in the reverse. There's something here that was testing your self-worth, or maybe just testing like the value that you put on certain things. But I feel like it's more so in relation to you. With paired with this Nine of Swords, this is telling me that whatever was weighing heavily on you and was stressing you out and was keeping you from being able to see your own value, I do feel like that is being lifted from you as well, because you're able to have that clarity. It's like the one missing piece that you needed at this time, you're finally getting. Okay. And I just saw 444 on the clock. Remember, fours are all about stability. Okay. And for some of you, you're deciding to no longer communicate or no longer go in a certain direction. So it's going to be one of the two. Let it resonate for you, because it's not going to be the same for everyone. It's like you're choosing to no longer go that route, and what you're actually choosing is healing. Healing. And I feel like you're calling too. There's something here in relation to your calling when it comes to the World card. It's like you've just completed something. You're healing from that something. I do feel like during this time you've been keeping your peace as well with that Four of Cups that's there. Not really interested in anything outside of what you already are needing to manage or handle that's in front of you, which is not a bad thing. Focusing on what you have right now, especially during the time of you having to heal from something, is going to be able to make way for, and I just saw 555, fives are changes. It's going to be able to help you make way to that new thing, to a new life, to a new destiny. Not saying that your destiny is completely changing, but what I do feel like is maybe the path that you were on previously, you are now being redirected. Okay. So just take that as it resonates. Last little bit for Aries. Give me one more little thing here. I don't want to make this one too long. Let's see. Death card in the reverse. Two of Pentacles in the reverse. Six of Swords in the reverse. What's the lesson here? And it's 555 on the clock as well, meaning 5:55 in the morning. Oh, okay. All right. There's also something else that's coming to an end as well. If you felt like there was a situation to where it was like it was very chaotic, uneven, once again, we're talking about that equal give and take. It wasn't happening. You have the Death card here in the reverse. You also have the Two of Pentacles in the reverse. This is reflecting that past energy, almost feeling like you were stuck in it. Nothing was getting better. You were trying, but nothing was getting better. There's some that cycle is ending. Like, I feel like there are endings. This is the final push. And you are ending that cycle of not receiving your just dues, giving too much, putting forth effort into something that's not growing. I feel like that is completely changing. Once you are redirecting and shifting your energy, you find that the universe starts to collaborate with you instead of feeling like it's conspiring against you. You're going to start to notice that things are finally falling into place and being a lot easier along this path. Not saying it's going to be easy, because trust me, we're going into Saturn in Aries, so you still gonna have to work hard. But what I am saying is it's not going to be such a hard push against you. Okay. And that goes for anything across the board. All right, let's go on to Taurus. All right, Taurus, what do you need to hear today? What is the message that you need to hear today? Went a little bit longer on Aries than I wanted to. What does Taurus need to hear today? There's some sort of There's some sort of celebration that is coming your way. Some sort of celebration. It could be a reunion. I don't want to specify that just yet, but I do feel like there's some sort of reunion that is coming, or there's some sort of celebration that is coming amongst you and friends, family, whoever it is that you would celebrate with. You have the Hierophant here as well. This is reflecting a level up for you. So there's something in the that you're leaving in the past, and what I feel like that is almost like you felt like your grounding possibly was, I don't know, it feels like an off balance type of chaotic energy that you are fixed, that, well, shit, you may have already fixed it. You have the Queen of Pentacles here, and you also have the Two of Pentacles in the reverse. That Two of Pentacles in the reverse is past energy, or it's something that you're leaving behind. There may have been even confusion that was here. Maybe somebody was juggling more than one person, and that's what was creating the chaos. Could be you, could be another person that you were dealing with. But I do feel like you are finding independence and gaining stability on your own. You have that Queen of Pentacles that's there. She is all about doing it on her own. She's the mother. So she's nurturing others while also taking care of herself. But I feel like in this sense, you are nurturing yourself. And there's something that you're giving to yourself, whether it is financial stability, emotional stability, you know, grounding yourself. You're an earth sign. That Queen of Cups, I mean, that Queen of Pentacles is you. But you have this Three of Cups here. You have this Hierophant here. You're rising up the ranks. You're leveling up. There's something here where people are applauding you after a tough period of time. You need to continue going in that direction. Okay. If you had to release people or release certain ways of thinking, continue doing that, because it's putting you in the right direction. Some of you may also be coming together with a mentor. There may be a mentor or somebody that's stepping in as a mentor. Maybe that is you. Maybe you are going to start mentoring people. I just got that. Like being someone else's grounding. Just take it as it resonates. Now, and trust me, that does not mean that you self-sacrifice at all. That just means that you have the ability to be able to do that. Yeah, because some of you are healers. Look at this Star card here. Some of you are healers, and that's what you're meant to do. This is your calling. That Star card. Your calling is to rise up and lead the next generation, or lead people into the direction that they need to go into. But you just had to get your own grounding. And I feel like you're working on that. You have the Star card here. You also have the Wheel of Fortune and the Sun card in the reverse. This is crazy. I kind of love this. There is some sort of new, like, there's like some sort of new positioning that you are stepping into. You have this Sun card here. It is, like I said, it's very new. And it also feels good to you. It feels light. It feels like this is what you're meant to do. With the Star card and that Wheel of Fortune here, this is something that it's like your dreams come truing, or heaven on earth, or that final, it's like that healing that you needed to be able to completely redefine your life. You had a shakeup, you healed, and now you're able to move forward in the right direction. This is something that's big. It's life-changing. So just understand that there's something really big that's coming your way. For some of you, you may want to completely switch up your career path. into something that you actually want to do and not something that just brings you a lot of money. Remember, when we do things that we like to do, not only does it bring emotional fulfillment, the money follows that. Give me more for Taurus. You have the Hanged Man here. You also have the Page of Wands in the reverse. I feel like this is about a person. Give me something here. What is this? Strength card. There's someone here that's holding back from you intentionally. Yeah, there is. They have deep emotions for you, but they're holding back intentionally. It's like they're not coming towards you with this with this information. They're just, it's like they're almost waiting for a sign. Like, show me a sign. You got Pisces there. You also have the Strength card here for Leo, but it's like there's somebody here. They're waiting for the sign. They're trying to tap into their intuition with that Queen of Cups that's there. Why is this important to Taurus at this time? Oh shit, because you get to make you kind of get to make the rules. You get to make the decision. You get to make the choice as to which direction you want to go in. And you're going to choose the one that's not going to tear down your stability. Whoever this person is, let's just say later on down the line, they try to reach out to you. Right now, they're not talking to you. Okay, that's fine. That doesn't mean that they're not going to talk to you forever. You get to make the choice on what you want to do. You hold the power in your hands. And I see you trying to figure out, because the decision that you're going to make is, what is going to save my stability? What's going to keep me with everything that I just built? Okay, so you'll have a choice. You got Scorpio energy there as well. All right, Gemini. Gemini, what's the message that you need to hear today? What is the message that you need to hear today? Bottom of the deck. We start off with the Lovers. Need I say more? This is all about you. And I mean it. This is all about you. Ooh, okay. Spirit is getting on you. This is a good message, but Spirit is getting on you. Seven of Swords in the reverse. You got the Queen of Wands in the reverse. This is saying, stop fucking playing small, Gemini. We got Uranus going into Gemini. You guys better utilize that energy. Okay? Utilize astrology and tarot to get the life that you want. But this is calling you out, and it's telling you to stop playing small and to live your truth. Show your truth. Gemini, you're supposed to be bigger than you are right now. And we've had a lot of transits that's been doing like crazy shit, right? But you are the innovator. You are the person that they're listening to, the population, the world. If some of y'all have social media platforms, you have Gemini placements, you're supposed to be the voice that they hear. And sometimes it's going to sound fucking crazy, some of the stuff that y'all say. However, this is your path. You have the Two of Wands that's here. This is your path for you to live unapologetically Gemini. And how far this could get you if you just tap into it, if you don't try to downplay yourself, if you don't listen to other people trying to say negative things about you. Who fucking cares? Who cares? This is your time to show people who you truly are. Do not downplay yourself. You have something, you have knowledge, you have something that somebody out there needs to hear. You got something that you need to invent. You have the ability to collaborate and bring the masses together to hear and receive the information that comes from you, Gemini. So you need to do that. And spirit is, like I said, is calling you out. It's calling you out, but in a good way. Tap into your energy. You've been chosen. Some of y'all may have Cancer in your chart. Okay. All right. Give me more. What's going on with Gemini? Give me more. Justice. And the Five of Wands in the reverse. Listen, listen, listen. Moon card at the bottom of the deck. The path is being illuminated for you. It's aligned for you. This is like right place, right time. Literally. To the point to where you don't have very much resistance and you damn sure don't got competition. No one can do what you do, Gemini. No one can do what you do. You got to tap into that though. Look, you got moon in the reverse on this full moon. On this full moon in Gemini, shit, it just dawned on me. Sorry. This message is definitely for you. You're aligned to do really great things. You got Libra here, you got Cancer here. But what you're doing is limiting yourself. Like you have put the cap. You've put the max. But the max ain't the max. You need to go past that. You need to be thinking, what's that? I don't y'all ever seen that reel where I think he was homeless or I don't know. But he was like, you need to think bigger, bitch. You need to think bigger. And then you need to implement said big thought. Okay? Don't put that cap on yourself. Don't put that salary cap. Don't put that famous cap. Don't put that going viral cap. Don't put the cap on you. Okay? Because the energy is aligning for you, Gemini. Oh my God. Listen, I'm going to claim this reading because my North Node is in Gemini. You have the Ten of Pentacles here. This is long-term investment. This is long-term vision. This is that generational wealth. Not only in finances and whatever it is that you put your mind to, but this is also in love too. This is building a family, building a home, building something that's going to withstand the test of time. And you have something, you got 555 again on the clock. Apparently my eyes are loving looking at that. But you have something here that is coming in, but you need to get out of that imposter syndrome or just downplaying and trying to fit in other people's little bubble that they've created. Okay? You have a lot of doors opening up for you with this Seven of Cups that's here. Oh, and Four of Wands. All you have to do is take the first step. The initiation is here. It wants you to walk through. It wants you to be your Gemini self. It wants you to bask in the ambiance of Gemini. Okay? I bet you used to get in trouble a lot for talking too much in class. I used to. Use that. That's your money maker. Y'all have such a fantastic read. Ace of Pentacles. The opportunity is literally presenting to you. You just have to do it and get out of that little cage. Devil at the bottom of the deck in reverse. If people listen to Gemini's read and it don't even matter if you got, look and see where Gemini falls, the house for Gemini. What is that? Third house. Go see where that falls in your chart and then claim it. Okay? Because that was such a badass read. All right, let's go on to Cancer. Cancer, what's a message that you need to hear today? Actually, hold on. I gotta pause. Give me just 1 second. All right, sorry about that. Okay, Cancer. What message do you need to hear? Five of Wands in the reverse. Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. What is this about? Six of Swords. King of, so there's something here that has you doubting yourself, questioning yourself. And I feel like this may have to do with another individual. For some of you, it doesn't. Your message is right now, things are not going to change. Death in the reverse. You got Scorpio energy there. Right now, things are not going to change with the current situation that you may have had issues with, or that you may have issues with at this time. And it's taking away from the energy of focusing on you. There may be a situation to where it feels like you either someone's not fighting for it like you are, or you're just burnt out. You don't have any more fight to give. And I feel like this has something to do with possible relationship. If it's not a relationship, it just is your self-worth. But overall, I do feel like it is your self-worth. And I do feel like whatever has gone down, it may have made you question yourself a little bit. And maybe you don't want to admit that to yourself. If you looked deep down inside, you may see that. And if you were honest with yourself. All right. Now, if you're like, I'm not questioning myself, fair. I won't fight you on it. This is a general reading. Take what resonates. For some of you, it's just feeling very confused about the connection that you're in, or what you've given value to. Okay. I do feel like during this full moon time, you are going to move away from that. I feel like there's some sort of clarity that comes in that lets you see where you are truly valued and where you need to be. Okay. And so for a lot of you, I see you moving away from thinking about whatever this is. Maybe even putting forth effort into the situation. Yeah, it's putting effort into the situation, because this thing is so imbalanced. It's so like, there may even be somebody who is mishandling you, or you feel like you're mishandling the situation. It's something to where it's like it's not being handled correctly. And because of that, and you're seeing that it's not changing. It's not changing. It's being mishandled. It's not changing. This person or the situation is not changing. What you're doing now is you're removing yourself with that Two of Cups in the reverse from things that are no longer aligned with you. Hence why we have that Six of Swords of you moving on to calmer waters. Yeah, it's really made you question things. How people see you, how you see people, where you want to place value. Whatever this is, it has depleted you, because it's done such a disservice to you. And for some of you, you even feel lost. Like you don't even know what direction to go in, because the plan that you had basically imploded in your face. Only take what resonates. and you just want fairness. For some of you, you've even done some soul searching in relation to this. And I feel like as much as it sucks, as much as what happened is unfair, this was also this was also the push that you needed. So it's going to be one of those things to where you look back on it. You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of when I was going through my divorce, and it sucked. It sucked bad, okay? And I mean, now me and him, we're fine. But like at the time, it was terrible. And I looked back, like I still look back and I'm like, had that not happened, we wouldn't be conversing right now. I wouldn't have came to tarot. I wouldn't have done any of this. This was the catalyst that I needed. And whatever this is what this was yours. And you're gonna find that out. You're gonna find that out if you haven't already found it out. This is one of those things you look back on and you're like, damn, I'm glad that that happened to me. Like I hate that it happened to me, but at the same time, like, would I have gotten here? Would I have been the person that I am today? I just feel like this is one of those lessons, much as we hate them, that's going to put you in such a good place later. But first, you got to purge. Yeah. Yep. And I feel like, you know what's interesting? Just a quick little thing here. You're going to find balance in very unorthodox ways. Or your calling may be something that's very unorthodox. I mean, shit, this is unorthodox. This is not normal. You know, I still, not gonna lie to you, I still like when people are like, oh, what do you do? I'm like, I do tarot. Which I need to get out of that. I need to just start being very like, I do tarot and other shit, you know? But it's one of those things here where I feel like you're going to find balance in a very unorthodox way. But you're gonna, this upheaval actually brings you back to yourself. So what's bad in the moment is not bad for you. You know what I mean? All right, Leo. I just hit my funny bone. This is not funny, even though I'm kind of laughing. Okay. Is that how y'all feel, Leo? Like you hit your funny bone, but it ain't funny? All right. Leo, what's the message that you need to hear today? What is the message that you need to hear today? Oh, shit. Did I just bend that card? I don't like that. Hold on. There we go. King of Swords. Star card in the reverse. There's something that you need to talk about because once you talk about it, you are going to heal from it. Oh, am I about to get on y'all? Oh, I'm about to get on y'all. Okay. Well, shit, let's go. You may be, and you know what? You guys have been in this. Some of you may feel very pessimistic right now, um, trying to go through healing, but I also feel like for some of you, it's like not really putting forth the effort because you're kind of just sitting in this energy. For some of you, I've talked to you guys about this, about the whole isolation and getting out of isolation. I feel like I said this a few weeks back, and it's the same thing. There's something here that you need to speak up about because you're prolonging your healing. It's taking you longer. This is very much fixed sign type shit right now. Some of you may have Aquarius in your chart, but you have the star card here. You have the Eight of Coins or Eight of Pentacles in the reverse. So it's like not putting forth effort. And because you're not putting forth effort, the healing isn't being done. But there is something that you need to speak about, because if you speak on it, it may bring you, well, actually, I don't think it may, I think it will bring you clarity. And it's clarity that you're seeking. It's clarity. That's the reason why you're feeling this way. Give me more for Leo. You have the Fool here. Oh, didn't mean to take more. You got the Eight of Swords in the reverse. You have the Devil in the reverse, and you have the Lovers. For some of you, you may have made a very impulsive decision to free yourself from something that you felt very trapped, like caged bird type of energy. You could even be trying to free yourself from bad habits, from negative self-talk, from self-imposter syndrome, well, not self-imposter, but imposter syndrome. But I feel like there was something here that may have even been kind of like a knee-jerk reaction, and you were just like, I'm just going to do it. For some of you, you felt like you made a choice of choosing yourself. But give me more about But the problem that also goes along with that is now you're sitting in this, after you made this impulsive decision or this move, some of you may be sitting in this place of uncertainty. Did I make the right decision? Did I make the right decision on taking this new journey with that Page of Wands, on going in a different direction? The problem here that I'm seeing is you have the Five of Wands in the reverse, and you also have the Death card here. There's something about avoiding something that's very challenging, which is actually what is needed for you to finally transform. Because there's a transformation that's calling for you. Bottom of the deck you have is the Judgment in the reverse. Once again, this is talking about that whole, like, I mean, we have death to rebirth, but the problem is there's no rebirth that's happening because there's a little bit of avoidant energy here. There's something that you have to confront. Give me more on that, so that way Leo knows what the deal is. It's about you and your relationships. Oh, see, and it says you're avoiding it again. It just keeps saying it. You're avoiding it. You're pushing it down. And it's okay. This is what I will say. It'll make you sick. If you don't do it, it's going to make you sick. It's going to physically make you sick because you're holding in stuff and you need to let it out. That it's going straight back to what I just said at the very beginning. This has to do with, number one, you've given way too much to everyone else and you didn't give anything to yourself. And because of that, there's been situations to where it's like all you really want is reciprocity. That's all you want. You want the same energy that other people give you. You want the same loyalty that you give to everybody else. I'm sorry. You want the same energy that you give to other people, and you want the same loyalty that you give to everybody else. That's what you want. You want reciprocity. I know I said that wrong. But what has happened is you've gotten yourself so depleted, so far away from self, that you can no longer withstand this for long anymore. And some of y'all have shut down completely. You've shut down because now you can't, like, you have no capacity for anything else. And you've shut it down. But it also is prolonging the fucking healing. I'm not gonna yell at y'all, but I am gonna yell at y'all. Please do the goddamn work. Do the work. Y'all should not be in this position at all. It just keeps showing like you feeling overwhelmed and you not going towards it and kind of ignoring your intuition. And but you know what? At the same time, you feel like you're listening to your intuition. It almost, well, you know what? It goes back to the whole feeling like you don't have clarity. You're going to receive messages. You're going to receive insight. You have the moon card here. Now, this is going to be either in deep meditative state. This could be during, what's the word? Sleep. This could even be in the shower when you think you're clearing your mind. And I say that because I'm looking at the waterfall. There may be water. There may be something that has to do with water that may be able to bring that clarity because the wolves are howling at the moon. They're releasing and letting it out. I just feel like there's something that's here that you've been getting signs, but you don't see them. And I feel like it's because you're in this place emotionally and mentally to where it's like you want to connect, but it's really hard. You're going to get signs though. Y'all are intuitive as fuck as well with these cards because this is also stating that like spirit is trying to tap in with you, but they're having a hard time. It's almost like the antenna is kind of like in the wrong direction and it just needs to be moved just a little bit so that way you can get that clear message. That's going to be a message for somebody. All right, Virgo. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. What's going on for you guys? What's a message that you guys need to hear today under this full moon energy? Mm. Give me more. You're going to receive message soon. There's something here that you feel very overwhelmed about that you're needing to come in, whether this is a person, like you're needing to hear, like you feel like you need to hear from this person and get information, or this is, I need a job, or it's something of that nature. I feel like things are working for you in the background. You just need to be a little bit more patient. You're going to hear, though, something very soon. But right now, it just could seem very overwhelming. Overwhelming, disappointing. Something's coming, though. The answers that you seek are seeking you. They're just taking a little bit of time. Also, keep in mind, we're still in the post shadow of Mercury retrograde. Okay? That's your ruling planet. What is that? Okay. There's something new that comes your way, but I don't feel like it's long lasting. I feel like this is something that's short lived. However, it's like spirit wants you to know, don't get attached to it. Don't overthink it. Be in the moment. Okay? Be in the moment. Some of you may have Aries in your chart. What's the lesson that they're supposed to be learning from this? Six of Wands in the reverse. The Death card. This is talking about your how you view yourself, your value, your worth. Um, I feel like what this is also bringing, so this might, I mean, hell, this could be fast cash, this could be fast recognition, this could be a quick little fling. And I don't mean like you have to sleep with this person, but like a quick little love romance. I only say this because like you have this Two of Cups that's here. This is all about alignment, contracts, people being on the same page. Um, but once again, it's talking about it. There may not be longevity in it, or this may be something that's very non-traditional when it comes to that Ten of Pentacles in the reverse. It's a teacher. This is something that's supposed to teach you. This is a lesson. I knew it was a fucking lesson. I know you're tired of lessons. I'm aware. But what it is doing is trying to transform your value, what you feel like you bring, how you feel about yourself. Not to pick yourself apart, to accept yourself, flaws and all. That's honestly what it's about. You got Scorpio energy here, Taurus energy, Aries. 444. It's an initiation. 3 more. What else for Virgo? Six of Swords. Strength card. Ooh, I love that combo. Some of you may have Leo in your chart. It does look like you guys are like leaving the past, number one, behind. Anything that weighed you down, that hurt you, that caused delays in your life, because sometimes people cause delays. What did I just tell you? I said something about y'all leaving behind that over analytical things that you do towards the self, not work related or anything like that, but this is something where you're overthinking a little too much. You're getting out of that. You're getting onto calmer waters, and you're going to notice that you feel internally stronger, probably the strongest that you've ever felt before. I feel like you're also teaching your mind to stop overthinking situations or circumstances. Because when you feel confident within yourself, you ain't got to do all that. You don't overthink. And a lot of you are tapping into your true, yeah, look at this. I love this. 9 of Wands in the reverse, which means that you're open. You're ready to receive. You got 7 of Swords in the reverse, which is also reflecting seeing the truth, being who you are authentically. Queen of Cups, tapping into that intuition, tapping into your inner strength, your inner being, and having that stability emotionally. Some of you are a healer too. And getting out of that over-analyzing mindset is going to actually help you with healing. Because once again, some of y'all are the teacher. And through teaching, I mean, you do it through experience, right? You take your lessons and you go and you teach. That's what you need to do. All right, Libra. Libra. What do you need to hear today? Hmm. It's the High Priestess. Ten of Pentacles. Hmm? There was a time where you guys did stuff because you didn't want to feel bad. I'm going to bluntly say this. There was a time where you did stuff because you didn't want to feel bad. You felt like if I did this, or if I agreed to this, if I allowed this, this will allow for balance. This will allow for harmony, because you know you guys are all about balance and harmony. But I feel like what that did, the more that you went against yourself, the weaker it actually made you felt internally, where you didn't have the strength to say no, or you didn't have the strength to choose yourself. And what it did was it caused a rift between you and your emotional self, your higher self, because you weren't living in your truth. The beautiful thing about this is you guys moved away from that. You guys have been actively moving away from that. You've been putting a lot of effort into it. And I feel like this is going to be something that is very long standing for a lot of you who have been putting in that work. You have the Ten of Pentacles here with the High Priestess. When I tell you you're rich in spirit, you're rich in source, you're completely tapped in, you guys are finally to a point where your intuition is on fire, and you are moving in that instead of moving in what if I say no, what would happen? So let me go ahead and say yes because I don't want to disappoint. Let me go ahead and be let me align. But it wasn't alignment. It was self-sacrifice. But you're not a martyr. You have Eight of Wands in the reverse. You also have the Page of Swords. I feel like y'all might go through a little period of not talking to people. Like I'm not going to say that you're blocking people. I don't necessarily think it's that, although there may be some people that you block, but I do feel like you're not rushing in to save people, which you fucking shouldn't. You shouldn't. People need to be able to stand on their own too. People need to be able to depend on themselves. That does not mean that we're not in service of each other. That means that you are not Captain Save-A-Ho. You're going to see the messages that come through, and I'm talking about text messages and shit like that. You may or may not decide to respond to them. But it's your choice. Look at her smirk. Look at her smirk. She looking dead ass at that text message, and she's trying to decide, do I want to respond or not? What's my first thought? If my first thought is no, I'm not doing it. I'm going to watch. You're becoming the observer. Cuz yep. Because you're needing to find that balance again. You're needing to be able to stand on business when it comes to things. I think it's very interesting. For some of you, you have Aries in your chart and you're tapping into that Aries energy of self first. You're not going to compromise your self. And that's what you need to be doing, is standing on business, finding that structure, finding that stability within. So that way that justice in the reverse can be justice upright, because and to be honest with you, it might make you feel a little bit not good because it's something that is different that you're having to do. But it is planting the seed for something to grow on your side when it comes to longevity. Like you're able to, like initially it's going to feel very uncomfortable. And I've said this before. I've said this 1,000 times. It's going to feel very uncomfortable because it's something that you don't normally do. Now, if you've already gotten on the bandwagon regarding saying no, well, I guess not bandwagon because that's like everybody jumps on. If you've gotten into the point of being able to choose first yourself and then seeing what you have the capacity to do after, then you're ahead and you're right where you need to be, and you need to keep going that direction because you're going to be able to reap the benefits from this. If you haven't started yet, take this as your message to start today. Anything else? Knight of Cups, Two of Swords in the reverse. I will say this. The ones who don't like that you're doing that, you'll have conflict with. They'll try to kind of manipulate to get you to do it. Don't listen to the mind games. For those of y'all, well, for those that are down with you for real, they're going to recognize that this is something good for you. They're not going to shame you. They're not going to make you feel bad about you choosing yourself. And on top of that, you're going to be able to recognize the people who actually stuck by your side and stayed and that love you with that Knight of Cups. The people that actually care about you. It'll be very evident. All right. We're going to pause for just a moment and then we'll go into Scorpio. All right, Scorpio. What message do you need to hear today? Someone may be coming back around to you, or there may be a situation that's coming back around to you that you have not closed out yet, that is needing to be closed out. There may be an offer of reconciliation. There may be an offer of working together, trying to work on a connection, or trying to work towards something as a team collectively. However, I feel like what's going to happen here is that there are going to be some truths that are brought to life, or not brought to life, brought to light, that may actually make you decide to turn your back on this person because they turned their back on you with their loyalty. It's like somebody wants to get something off of their chest. They want to remove the burden from themselves. I feel like this is something that is very selfish on this person's behalf and not for the benefit of the connection or for you. You have the Seven of Swords here in the reverse, Three of Cups in the reverse, Page of Coins or Pentacles in the reverse. And this is showing that the truth is being illuminated. It is being brought to life. Somebody is being very truthful with you in relation to a situation or something. It could be very possible an ending between the two of you that happened. Something on a large scale. But you feel like it's betrayal. You have Three of Cups here. You have the I keep saying coins. You have the Page of Pentacles. This is you being so disappointed and overwhelmed by the information that you decide to completely stop talking to this person. Because what has come to the surface is something that you can no longer ignore. You have that Two of Swords that's there in the reverse. And what you're wanting to do is go through healing. You're wanting to heal. You're wanting to heal from being stabbed in the back. I do feel like this is a part of the initiation to get you to a higher level. Oh, it's one of those things where it's a blessing in disguise. It's a lesson that is going to take you very far. I said this same thing for Cancer. Some of you may have Cancer in your chart, but you have Taurus here. Give me more for Scorpio. What message they need to hear right now, today? I'm telling you, this is going to really take you up to the next level, both in stability, as far as like, your financial situation. You have the Six of Pentacles here, that you have something that is coming in for you. And this is after some sort of tower moment where you've had to walk away and rebuild. And rebuild you do. You have the Emperor here that is talking all about stability and really being strong, having an empire. And this is, honestly, I really do feel like it's a part of an initiation to get you to the next level. You have the High Priestess there. Some of you are going to be tapping into your gifts. Like this is to push you towards tapping into those gifts even harder. And some of you might be like, "Oh, I'm already tapping it." No. Spirit wants you to be even more. Like this is the death and rebirth of you, Scorpio. You got Pisces here too. Give me more. What else does Scorpio need to hear today? For some of you, I feel like you don't even look for closure with that situation. I feel like you let it be what it is, and you're not searching for closure. You're allowing it to be confusing and convoluted and unanswered. Like, yes, there's truths that are coming to light, but there's also, like, as truths come to light, more questions are then created from that. But I don't feel like you're sitting in that energy. I don't feel like you are looking for that. I feel like you completely pivot. Yeah, you're not allowing this to really, really like wreck your mind. You're not allowing yourself to overthink. You're not allowing yourself to beat yourself up. I see you guys going into this mode of creation. It's like, okay, I put my energy towards that. It wasn't a good thing. And now I am going to pivot. I'm going to shift. I'm going to start manifesting, and then I'm going to alchemize that energy. I'm going to heal, and I'm going to get that heaven on earth. I'm going to get what I deserve, and what you deserve is that Ten of Pentacles. And I feel like you guys are achieving that, because unfortunately there was somebody here that was blocking that energy for you to be able to create and be in flow of yourself. I honestly feel like they were. It was blocking your creativity, it was blocking your clarity and your sight. But because you've now refused this person and you've pushed them out based off of the information that you've received, now you can be in the energy of manifestation and creation, getting what it is that you deserve. Not only the healing, but also all the things, the long-term vision, the goals. So just know, and I hate this, and I know it's so cliche, but it's happening for you. It's happening for a reason. All right, Sagittarius. I just heard don't cry. It was between, and I wasn't going to say it, but it was between Scorpio and Sag. So I don't know if Scorpio maybe was crying because of what they find out, or maybe Sag has been crying. But I heard don't cry. All right, so oh, I'll take them. Sagittarius, what is it that you need to hear? All right. You need to make an effort to, okay, this is the one time and one time only that I will ever tell you to detach emotionally, but I feel like it's detaching from emotional pain. And that's more so because there's something that you're needing to put all of your effort and work, like you need to work towards something. There's a goal, there's a deadline, there's something that you're needing to do. You're needing to put that effort into it, but you can't do it if you feel like you're emotionally lost and detached from your creative side, detached from caring about yourself. So this is the one and only time I will tell you to detach from the emotional blocks that you have when it comes to relationships with other individuals. Because, and I say this only because there's shit that you need to do. You got 8 of Pentacles here. There's something that you need to really put your heart and soul into. And it's hard when you kind of feel like you don't know which direction to go in. Give me more. Lovers in the reverse. 3 of Pentacles. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to tell you right now, the direction that you don't need to go in is towards people or things that aren't choosing you. Like it just feels like the energy is going in the wrong direction. And this is for some, this is not for everybody. So don't take it if it doesn't resonate for you. But for some of you, it's kind of like you need this, you just need that reminder. There's some of you who may be like thinking about like how things went wrong. Where did they go wrong? I'm trying to understand because you are a knowledge seeker. Like you want to understand, you want to know. You're the philosopher of the zodiac. But there is something here that it's like you may be trying to work in collaboration with another individual, but they're also not choosing you. And when I say that, it can be very indiscreetly. Like you might not be able to see because they're like, oh, well, I just need some more time because I need to do. If it's not a yes, it's a no. We're going to have to start looking at things black and white. If it's not a yes, it is a no. Because what this is doing is draining the energy that you need to be putting towards your own stability, your own growth, your own glow up. I think these messages are this way because this Gemini moon is going to trudge up old shit that may actually make you overthink stuff and like analyze and try to understand. And I think this is for everybody across the board. I don't feel like this is just Sagittarius. You guys might be hit pretty, because it's your sister sign. Mutables for sure. Mutable signs for sure. You have the Four of Cups here in the reverse, followed by the Nine of Cups in the reverse. You have something here. What you want is draining you. It's a burden. And I feel like this is a person or some sort of connection. Does not have to be romantic. It definitely can be platonic or family, but I feel like it's something that you feel like you don't have and you want it really bad. But it's also draining the life force out of you, and it is putting more of the emotional burden on you than it is the other people involved. If she were to drop this, the child in one, the sticks in the other, if she was to drop it, what could happen? That child would get up out of that thing and be able to walk because he's old enough to do that. I ain't saying that it's your kids, but what I am saying is there may be someone here that you're babying and you don't realize that you're babying this person. You're taking on their responsibilities, you're taking on their baggage. And this is emotionally. I don't feel like this is like you're doing a bunch of shit for people. I feel like this is honestly, you are like, well, I can handle it, so I'm going to take it on. And the way that that looks is compromising what you really want. When a person tells you to wait for them. Or if they're like, oh, I just need to do this. Could you just be empathetic to my situation? And you're empathetic, but you don't like it, but you're still doing it. That's what the Ten of Wands is about. That's what that Ten of Wands to the Nine of Cups is about. You're taking on an emotional burden that is depleting and draining you, while I bet you this person is perfectly fine. Give me more for Sag. Eight of Swords. You're in a self-imposed prison. Once you're able to get out of this, you're going to see how much the universe has aligned to what you want. What do you want? Soon as you do, it's like, bam, you are planting a seed and you get to watch it grow into something because the timing is perfect for you right now. So go ahead and drop that. Okay? All right. Capricorn. Hold on. Before I go on, understand that when I say drop it, it doesn't always mean drop the individual. A lot of times it means stop carrying the burden for other people. You're babying them. Stop babying them. They're grown-ass adults 9 times out of 10. And I'm not talking about your children, because that if they're a child, there is some things that you are required to do. However, for a lot of you, I'm talking about people that you are taking on their emotional baggage when they're capable. I'm talking about capable people. All right, Capricorn. All right, Capricorn, what is it that you need to hear today? What is a message that you need to hear today? What is this? Your spirit is telling you that you just need to kind of throw in the towel on something and walk away from it. There's something better on the other side, but you need to throw in the towel on this. And normally I don't tell people to like give up, but there's something here um that you need to walk away from that isn't benefiting you. I feel like if anything, it's not working out in your favor. What it is doing is creating more conflict, more confusion, anxiety. It's not benefiting you. Whether this is you're giving too much to a situation, you're overworking yourself to burnout, you are trying to be responsible for everybody else instead of allowing them to be responsible for themselves. Um, It's a lot, but I feel like your spirit, you are getting intuitive hits that are saying to you, anytime that you feel that unrest on the situation that like you're taking care of instead of letting others take care of it, um, that's calling to you. Once you actually step into it with that Four of Wands that's there, I feel like everything around you, opportunities, everything, it takes off. It happens very quickly. You'll see how people are able to kind of shift, okay? Pivot. Because what I feel like here is that people are not springing into action because you're springing into action. You're doing it. So why should other people have to do it? They could just wait for you to do it. This could definitely be something at work. This could be family. This could be friends. This could be lovers. It's how you're showing up. They always know that you're responsible. They always know you're going to handle it. So why should they try? I feel like there's a possibility, or it could have already happened, to where there's a tower moment that, it almost felt like you had enough is enough. And you had to kind of push back. You had to put that boundary, that guard up. And it was very like it didn't feel good. It didn't feel good that you even had to do it. You have the devil here in the reverse. That's you. Putting like being in a place of disempowerment. But I feel like as soon as you do this and you take the burden off of you, look at this reciprocity, and you start to feel emotionally fulfilled because now you get to put forth effort into yourself and put forth effort into things that benefit you instead of towards people who are only taking from you. Give me more for Capricorn. Mm. Something becomes very clear to you, and it's almost as like you receive a sign from spirit about what it is that you're needing to do next. Like for some of you, it's a sign from like as far as like your calling, what you're called or led to do. For others of you, this is just kind of like you have clarity in what it is that you need to do. And because of that, you feel liberated. You feel like you are being reborn. Like you're able to then have a second chance at having the life that you've always seen yourself being able to have. You gain that insight. There is something that you've been going back and forth with on whether or not you should do this, and it kind of has had you in your head regarding, like, if I do this, what could happen? you're looking at cause and effect and everything, but it is kind of stressing you out and making you feel kind of like that analysis paralysis. I feel like what it is or what you're being called to do is you're being called to kind of detach from others emotionally. There's possibly some people that you're being called to detach yourself from situations emotionally, so that way you can go within and heal yourself. You're being called to like hold back and choose very wisely on what you're wanting to invest on, what or who. Once you have that and you're able to have a better, clearer mind to where you're not living in anxiety, you're not stressing about what the next thing is, you're not living in fear. Life is going to take off for you. You have the chariot here and progress in ways that you only dreamed about. But you got to take the first step. Okay? You got to take that first step. All right, Aquarius. Aquarius, what's the message that you need to hear today? What is the message that you need to hear today? Strength card in the reverse. Nine of Pentacles. What is that? You're overthinking a situation. Are you overthinking? What's the Nine of Coins? Why does it feel like someone made a decision about becoming single or your autonomy, and there's like there's an overthinking vibe to this where you're not as confident about a decision. Give me just 1 second. What's the Nine of Pentacles? It is a love matter. You got Queen of Cups, Tower in the reverse, Page of Swords in the reverse. Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. This is something, and I mean, I honestly think this might be something in relation to no longer proceeding with another individual and kind of wondering if you made the right choice. This could even be like past experiences. This could also be the other person that's feeling this way, and it's kind of like that energy is coming towards you. I don't really like the Strength card here in the reverse, followed by the Eight of Swords. This feels very this feels like torture. You may be isolating yourself and saying that it's for the best with that Nine of Pentacles that's there. Sun card. You're facing a truth, a reality that something needs like a fresh start, whether it's you need a fresh start or a situation needs a fresh start, a disconnect. Like you feel like you need to disconnect. But you're also overthinking it. You have the Seven of Swords here in the reverse, that Six of Cups there in the reverse. That is reflecting like, you know, a truth coming to light, disconnecting, renewal, something new. And like I said, Queen of Cups, so it could be something that is romantic, like a sorry, I couldn't get it out. A person that you have like a romantic situation with. Why the Tower in reverse? Hmm. Why the Ace of Wands? There's something in relation here. It's like making a choice to avoid some sort of disaster, no longer investing in something or someone to avoid a disaster. Give me more on this High Priestess in the reverse. Three of Cups in the reverse. What is it that Aquarius needs to know? There's an action that you need to take. I feel like there's a disconnect with a person, but I also feel like there's a disconnect with your higher self. I feel like you're getting messages. I feel like there's something here that you're needing to know. There's information that needs to come out, but it's almost as though the message can't get to you because there's an overwhelming sense of like emotion. What's the King of Wands? Temperance in the reverse. You need to get back in balance. I think that's what it is. It's just that the emotion is so overwhelming. Now, some of you could have completely disconnected from yourself emotionally, and that's why the like intuitive hits are not coming in the way that they need to. Something needs to be cleared out. Three of Wands in the reverse. Yeah, I mean, it just keeps talking about not knowing, not knowing where to go next. The Three of Wands here in the reverse. Needing to do something, but also like feeling this not settled. It's very unsettled emotion. It's very unsettled feeling. What does Aquarius need to know? Eight of Pentacles in the reverse. The Hierophant. Hermit. That's okay. Finally. Because you keep okay. There may be an avoidance that some of you are doing. You have the Five of Wands here in the reverse. This is kind of like avoiding something that might be a little bit traumatic or dramatic or difficult, challenging. And so it's almost feeling as though the work is not being put. Why do I feel this is Leo's read? Okay, some of y'all may have Leo in your chart because I feel like this is Leo's read as well. You have that Eight of Pentacles here in the reverse where it's like the effort is not being put into it, but what is happening and the reason why is because your intuition is calling to you for you to go deep. You kind of don't want to go deep right now. But what's going to happen is it does feel forced. I don't care. I feel like there's going to be some sort of spark. There's something like I don't know. There's something that happens and it puts you into this like, holy shit, I need to I need to do this. I need to do the work. So it's not that you're going to never do the work. I just feel like you're kind of avoiding it, but I also feel like you will do the work. I see that higher level of learning. I see that higher level of commitment to rising above. And I also see that dark night of the soul happening. So I feel like you're going to go within in order for you to come out. Just don't avoid it because it is going to keep knocking at your door until you actually do it. Pisces. What message do you need to hear today? What message does Pisces need to hear today? Come on now. Are you feeling overwhelmed and unfulfilled? You need to get out of your bubble. And you'll feel that. You'll feel fulfilled. Yeah, there's something here. It's like some sort of tower moment that may have created this. You may have had a recent tower moment where illusions were destroyed, and things were brought up, and you see that eye, like the truth being shown to you, and it may have put you into this position, this spot where you're just kind of going within emotionally with that ace of cups there in the reverse, and feeling almost like, not that necessarily you can't handle it, but it may have been very, very fucking intense. You have this two of cups here where, or sorry, the four of cups here where it's like you're just trying to find grounding. You're trying to find peace. You can't take on too much because what you've had to do is walk away from something. And I feel like whatever it is, walking away from something, it was very disappointing for you. It was something that you wanted to be a part of your life, and you wanted to progress. You wanted to go as high and as deep as you could possibly go with this situation, and all it brought was chaos and you feeling emotionally drained. So this is something that happened in the past. You've already been through this. Now it's time to get out of it. You have the Seven of Wands here in the reverse. You also have the Nine of Cups. You're going to have to do something that is uncomfortable to you. And when I say uncomfortable, I mean like getting out of your comfort zone. I just said earlier, you got to get out of your bubble. Out of the comfort zone, open and allowing for things to come to you, experiences, people. It's going to put you in a better state of feeling more fulfilled, and not saying fulfilled because you got these people coming in, but fulfilled because of the experiences. And let's just say that it's not people. Let's say that it is Seven of Wands is you're no longer defensive, you're releasing things. And so now you're able to really give to yourself and find the greatness in life and find the contentment. But you first have to release. Give me more for Pisces. Ooh. Okay. You have the Ten of Swords, followed by the Hanged Man in the reverse. I just told you have to get out of your comfort zone, did I not? Because I don't think this is bad. I actually think this is good. You're no longer in like this state of limbo, being stuck in something or being stuck in this. Look, you have the Knight of Cups in the reverse. So this could be being stuck in a pattern of dealing with players, being stuck in a pattern of dealing with wishy-washy people, being stuck in a pattern, a cycle of people not fucking choosing you. And you said, aha, light bulb moment. I'm getting the fuck out of this. And you're cutting it off. You're cutting off that cycle. You're not allowing yourself to sit in that any longer. You're taking your power back. Okay? Look at that. Ace of Swords. Three of Swords in the reverse. I mean, Three of Swords. Like I said, you're conquering that heartache and that pain that you have had. I mean, shit, the only card I'm really missing is the fucking Temperance card, because I feel like you are alchemizing, you're utilizing that pain in order to have victory, in order for you to start something new, in order for you to, live in your truth. Be authentic. And when I say be authentic, I don't mean like be the real you. I mean also be the real, empathetic feelings Pisces. Okay? Mature. Mature into a higher level, fully developed Pisces. It's the start anyway. It's gonna take some time, but this is the time of maturing. Saturn in Aries is gonna definitely do that. That's not until next year though. We're very close. We're in the energy of it, so give me more for Pisces. Oh, these cards flew. All right, you got Seven of Cups here. You also, doors are about to open for you, so much so that it's almost like it might be too much. Are too many opportunities a bad thing? I feel like that's a good thing. I feel like as long as you don't like allow it to be overwhelming. But I feel like you have something here that like is going to set your soul on fire. And when it sets your soul on fire, doors are going to bust open. Like you're going to have so many things that you can pick from that you might be a little confused. But you'd rather have doors open than doors closed. This may even be partners. Not saying that you have a bunch of them, but you have people to choose from. Some of y'all may have been like, oh, my phone is dry. Oh, I don't have any options. Well, guess what? Now you do. You got passionate options. You got people that are coming towards you, wanting to get to know you, wanting you to get to know them. You got people that are wanting to be in accordance with you. They want to be aligned to you. Of course, choose wisely. Use your intuition. But you have options. Yeah. And the truth that you weren't able to see about a missed opportunity with the moon card there, Cancer, comes to light. And you finally receive that clarity that you've been needing. For some of you, you finally received that apology you've been waiting for. Okay. All right. I'm going to do a collective and just kind of see what to expect coming in with this full moon, like what to expect next. All right. What are some quick messages that the collective need to know today? Quick messages for the collective. What do they need to know today? Oh, shoot. Someone's definitely reminiscing about you. It's like they're trying to settle a guilt that they had in relation to you. Right now, the way, like, they're not coming towards you. They may not even do anything towards you with that King of Wands here in the reverse. But what I do see them doing is taking on responsibility. I think in the near future, they may try to come towards you to kind of like come together, reunite, try to build on a very small scale. But right now, you do have someone that does still feel very connected to you. But they're trying to settle the guilt within them first and trying to make sense and have clarity over certain situations. Once they've been able to do that, I do feel like a softening and opening comes up. They feel much more aligned, much more balanced and ready to actually try to heal the connection. This person's going to want to try to build with you again. And I also feel like this person is wanting to actually put forth the effort into it as well. Eventually, for some of you, it can take the connection up to a higher level. I feel like this person has gone through some like spiritual lessons. They've learned some things. They may have even kind of tapped into like they may have a spiritual guru, or they may have somebody that they look up to. This person could have even become more religious or more spiritual. Like there's something here where it's like they finally settled the score within themselves first, and then they want to come towards you, because they don't want to come towards you wrong. They want to come towards you right. Okay. So I'm pulling that for signs. I'm getting Libra, nope, Libra, Sagittarius, and Taurus. Give me more. Some of y'all may meet somebody new soon here. There's an opportunity to meet a new person. You have the Ace of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles, and the Knight of Swords. I feel like this person is a talker. Like they like to talk. They like to communicate. You're going to learn some stuff about them. What's the purpose of this? Tower. Oh. Oh. For some of you, this is a person you may end up being in something intimate with them, because the Tower to the King of Cups, bottom of the deck is the Queen of Cups. I feel like the two of you didn't anticipate this happening. Towers don't always have to be bad. Towers are just like an upheaval of what you've structured. So if you've been single for a while, that's going to be a major change. Okay. You got Scorpio energy there. Give me more for the collective, please. You have the Magician, followed by the Page of Wands. There's something that you guys, you're being led to do this. If your intuition, your dreams, you've been getting signs all over the place. You know how universe likes to send you numbers and shit, but don't tell you what it is. So you have the High Priestess here. There's something in your soul that is telling you that you need to do this thing. And it is because a lot of you have become much more open, much more intuitive. You're allowed to get those downloads. With the Magician here, some of you may even be practicing a new craft when it comes to spirituality, or your gifts may be strengthening, going on this new journey. It could just be that you have something here that you need to do new, like you need to take a new journey, and maybe you've doubted it. Maybe you've questioned whether or not you should do it. You have the Strength card here in the reverse. Some of you may just have not felt like you're confident enough to do it and are suffering from freaking imposter syndrome. But I am here to tell you that you're not getting the message just because Spirit and the universe like to just send you shit. They're getting that message to you because you need to take action. So take action. All right, last little bit for the collective, please. Sun card. Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. If you guys have been struggling with either finances or your self-worth, your value, what you're valuing, I do feel like there's going to be a new direction that you guys are being put into. I also see things are going to start feeling much more aligned. Yep. Because you're gonna go from this feeling like, oh, maybe not as abundant or not as confident, or there's something here that you're needing to eliminate. And I feel like you do. You have the Sun to the Three of Wands and the Hanged Man. This is, you have that planning. Maybe you've been planning, and maybe this is all about you not feeling as sure about whether or not this is going to happen for you. Continue to stay in the placement of surrender and allowing the universe to grant you what you need, because it's not on your time. It's on divine timing, unfortunately. And so, because of that, you are going to be rewarded. I feel like a lot of you are stepping into this new version of yourself that is abundant, that is aligned with the things that you want, that is confident, that does feel good, that is happy, at the very least content. Okay? But it is something that you guys are going to have to work on. Just being in the place of surrender does not mean that you do nothing. Manifesting does not mean that you do nothing. You still have to be in the energy of the thing that you want. So make sure that you're doing that. Okay? All right, ladies and gents, that is what I have for you guys today. If you are watching this on Thursday, December 4th, I have mini reads. It is limited space, so make sure you get in where you fit in. If you are new, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Hit the like button. Comment if you must. Hype the video up. Help your girl out. All right. Until next time, you guys, take care.